all-knowing people. Today I have two theories. The first theory is that the magicals are the naturals. Now you might be asking, what do you mean by that, Tact? Or the all-knowing mind? Like T-A, you know what, I don't care. Just call me all-knowing mind. But you might be asking, what do you mean by that? What I mean, I heard from MSN Poke Gamer that people have been theorizing that there's going to be a fifth magical type that's actually the final type. When I heard that, I thought, wait, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 natural elements, not including fire. Because, to me, I count fire as a natural element. I count it way more as a natural element than cold. Sorry to all the people who voted cold. I think they deserve that anyway. Percussion exists. Sorry, we're not really talking about Fire Frontier today, or Psychic Island. I shouldn't be shaming that, though, because the whole entire reason I'm the all-knowing Thermind is because Thermind existed instead of Noggin on that island. So, I think that since there's the equal amount of naturals to magicals, that there's going to be 5 more islands after that that are equivalent to plant, cold, air, water, and earth. Boom. Alright, let me walk through the equivalents. Thera minus grass, then root, or not. I'm not gonna do it fast and songy, because I almost called Flute Fly Rootitoot. Totally different monsters, not even on the same island. Thermind is grass. I'm just gonna call him Rootitoot Fly. Thermind is grass. Rootitoot Fly is cold. Bone port. I'm just gonna name it by the types. Equals air. Then the light equals water. Then the new magical type that isn't there would be earth. Then you would have islands, earth, and water, and air, and cold, and plant. Why am I doing this backwards? Also, to connect to that theory, I heard a theory about the prismatics being Nethrals. Now, I debunked that in my head with what about magical? What about fire? What about 3, 4, 5 elements? Even 6 element that doesn't exist that only me knows about because I'm all-knowing. Well, my theory is instead of the rules being the prismatics, the magicals are the prismatics. Specifically, well, not specifically for anything, but the magicals are prismatics. Yeah, I know I debunked that with fire, but magical islands normally has fire on them anyway. But basically, I'm saying that prismatics are magical, and then the prismatics, and since you know how the magical islands are here because the outer islands got prismatic, then the magical monsters who are the prismatics stayed on the prismatic islands. And then that's why you have magicals on the magical islands. Great. Now, here's my second theory. You know how only in 7 weeks will we get the 4 type? Since it's... And you also know how the newest type is light, or water equivalent, prismatic toe jammer right now. Well, I've heard someone ask, specifically, I don't remember who it is, but I heard someone ask, and I asked myself, nope, sorry, didn't mean to do that. What is Globee a magical then? Well, my prediction is that Globee is going to be the 4 element of Light Island. Which would also mean that Globee is also Shellbeat. And whoa, would you know it? Water Island is mostly blue. Which means, I don't know, I can't continue further. I'm just saying that Globee would be the... Oh, wait. Which means it won't just be any color Globee. It will be blue Globee. Since Globee would equal Shellbeat then, and because of my first theory, and Shellbeat is on only Water Island, well, not only Water Island, but since Shellbeat is on Water Island, well, first time we saw him, I think. I don't know, I haven't been a My Same Monsters fan as soon as it came out. I think I was born in the year it came out, though, because it's the 8th anniversary today. Well, not today. It's the end of the 8th. But, since Shellbeat is on Water Island, and that's a fact, and Water Island is blue, mostly. Well, Water Island is underwater. Water is blue. Squirtle is blue. Which means it won't just be any color. It will be actually, instead of only blue, which you might have guessed me to say, and I probably already said it if you heard me, it will be blue, yellow, and, wait, is there a black Globee? Black. I don't care if there's a black Globee, but there's going to be, there is going to be a big glass ball with those 3 Globies around it. And you know how in the lore, the islands, when they slip up, bound their life force to the monsters on the island or something, so they can survive or something? I don't know. I'm just saying what I remember. Hopefully I got it right. But I'm saying that those 3 Globies would bound their life force to the 4th element. And that's the 4th element. Just imagine that in your head. A big glass ball and the 3 black, yellow, and blue Globies, those 3 colors bounded their life force to it. Just like the islands. Oh, and I forgot to say in my first part, because I just heard this now, that's how the magical islands have bounded their life force, because they're still, they would be still bounded. Wait, what if that means, if this is true, that the magical islands aren't the prismatic? Well, you see, maybe this isn't true, and I can already see flaws with it. Like, if this was true, then the magical island would be the natural island, you would say. And that's the thing that you would think. But since I'm all-knowing, I have the response of, no, these aren't the natural islands. The islands after the next magical type would be the natural islands. Prismatic. And you might be asking, well, isn't Mirror Islands the prismatic? No. They're just places for rich people that could probably just buy the money and diamonds themselves to get more money and diamonds, which I think is a waste. Big Blue Bubble should have made the Mirror Islands, like, instead of having the same types, they could have Air Island only have air types, which means it would have Dandy too. And that would fix it really well. It would make the 1 types be on 1 island, the 2 types be on 2 islands, the 3 types be on 3 islands, and the 4 types be on 4 islands. So, I think that'd be way better. Which means, what are they if they're not the prismatics? Well, my theory is that the ethereals are the ghosts of the natural 1 types and 2 types. That's another theory. They are ghosts. And I say that there were players long before us that were toying around with the monsters. Specifically, those people would be the people that the force that would break up or separate and end the Dawn of Fire Age. Those people were toying around with the monsters, the natural 1 types and two types, since those were the easiest to get. They aren't fire or magical, and they died. They're ghosts. All the ghosts turned into gas. Their bodies misformed into grumpires. Then they were put in animatronics, like Rebro. Then, after the people who toyed around with them were done with the animatronics, they were harvested into resources, like geoid. And then, once those resources were done with, they would throw them into the trash, and then the flies that went near it would turn into humbugs. And then the same goes with the 2 types. Their bodies would somehow turn into the ethereals. So, just how Dawn of Fire went back in time, but the Celestials were older then, and the original game, further in time, they were younger. That same weird time distortion force made the ethereals turn back into the 1 types, and that's what the Mirror Islands are. Not the prismatic islands for the naturals, not the prismatic outer islands, not Humbug Island, not ethereals. Well, they are ethereals. Not ethereal eggs, they're ethereal monsters that turned into natural monsters. They're definitely not eggs, being they're eggs on the island. But you might be asking, what happened to the 3 types and 4 types? The 3 types and 4 types. The 3 types were able to go fast and hide from those people since they were strong enough, being 3 types and 4 types. So they were able to hide. That's why there's no 3 type, 4 type, or 5 type. Well, 3 type or 4 type ethereals. 5 type is out of the question, because that isn't even created. A 5 type without fire. But they were able to hide since they were strong enough. But the 1 types and 2 types not only didn't cost much, so they didn't care to toy around with them, they also were way weaker. They couldn't do anything about it. And if you have any questions or things I missed out in this theory, or these theories, just let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the bell for hope that my singing monsters will leak every cool thing to giving you diamonds, just you, and coins, to where they will give you. But that only happens if my theory is true. And I say that because I know my theory is like 0.1% true. Because all theories are like that. It's a theory. It's just a theory. So most likely it probably won't come true, because Big Blue Bubble, if they saw this, would be like, okay, they said that, so I'm not going to do that. Also, this is kind of way scarier than Big Blue Bubble. Like, with the ethereals and everything, so it probably won't come true. But just don't use cheat codes anyways. Do it legit. Even if that did happen, do it legit. Remember, all-knowing people, anything could happen. And you can make that anything be more anything. What do I mean by that? I mean, you can do anything, and you can do anything to help other people do anything too. Because there's nothing everybody can't do if they do it together. Goodbye, all-knowing people. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, or that sponge will stop singing because of the evil people. Goodbye.